Hello everyone, welcome to ePatia videos. So in today's session, let's discuss about the GK questions on rivers. So first of all, let's understand the meaning of a river. A river, it is a natural flowing water course. So the river contains fresh water which flows towards an ocean, sea, lake or any other river. So in some cases, a river flows into the ground and they become dry at the end of its course without reaching another body of water. So small rivers, these small rivers they can be referred to using names like a stream, stream, creek, creek, brook, brook, rivulet and rill. So these are all comes under small rivers. So there are no official definition for the general term called river, which is applied to geographic features. So in some countries or communities, a stream is defined by its size. Many names for small rivers are specific to geographic locations. Examples are run in some parts of the United States. It spells as RUN, and Burn in Scotland and northeast England, and Beck in northern part of England. Sometimes a river is defined as being larger than a creek, but not always. So these rivers, they are a part of hydrological cycle. Water generally collects in a river from precipitation through a drainage basin, from surface runoff and other sources such as groundwater recharge springs, and the release of stored water in natural ice and snowpacks. So this snowpacks, for example, we can say glaciers. So these rivers and streams, they are often considered as a major features within a landscape, but they actually only cover around 0.1% of the land on earth, and they are made more obvious and significant to humans by the fact that many human cities and civilizations are built around the freshwater supplied by rivers and streams. So most of the major cities of the world, they are situated on the banks of rivers, as they are used as a source of water for obtaining food, for transport, as borders, as a defensive measure, as a source of hydropower to drive machinery, for bathing, as a means of disposing waste, etc. etc. Like this, rivers are used in many ways and they are helpful to human life, and it is also helpful in human cities and civilization for the purpose of food, transport, as a borders, as a defensive measure, and it is a major source of hydropower to drive machinery and all those things. And this is a general thing about the rivers. Which river is also known as Indian Nile? River Indus. The Indus River is also known as Indian Nile. So this Indus River, it is also called as Sindhu River, River Sindhu. So this river Indus, it is one of the main rivers of Indo-Gangetic Plain in the Indian subcontinent. It flows through China, Western Tibet, India, and as well as Pakistan. So river Indus, it originates in Tibetan Plateau. Tibetan Plateau in the vicinity of Lake Manasarovar. So the river runs a course through the Ladakh region of India towards Gilgit Baltistan, and then flows in the southern direction along the entire length of Pakistan to merge into Arabian Sea. Finally, the river Indus, it merges with Arabian Sea near the port city called Karachi in Sindh region. So this river Indus is said to be the longest river of Pakistan. So which is the deepest river valley in India? Bhagiratha and Alaknanda. These two rivers are the deepest river valley in India. This Bhagiratha and Alaknanda, they confluence, they merge at a place called Devprayag. So these two are also a holy rivers, Alaknanda and Bhagiratha. So they form the river called Ganga river. So the merge, the confluence of Bhagiratha and Alaknanda forms river Ganga. Which is the longest river in India? River Ganga is said to be the longest river in India. So it is said that river Ganga, it is a transboundary river of Asia which flows through India and Bangladesh. So it flows around 2704 kilometer, which is about 1680 miles. So the river Ganga, it originates from Gangotri Glacier, which is in western Himalayas in the Indian state of Uttarakhand, and it flows south and east through the Gangetic plain of India and Bangladesh. And river Ganga, it drains off in Bay of Bengal. So river Ganga is said to be a lifeline to millions who live along its course. So river Ganga, it is a sacred river and it is worshipped as goddesses Ganga in Hinduism. And river Ganga is also historically important. The people of Hinduism, they consider themselves, if they take bath in river Ganga, they get purified. So that pure is river Ganga. The purity is given to river Ganga. Such an important, historically important reasons are given to this particular river. So which is the fastest flowing river in India? Teesta river is said to be the fastest flowing river in India. Teesta river, it is around 315 kilometer, so which is about 196 miles. So Teesta, this river, it rises in eastern Himalayas and it flows through Indian states of Sikkim and West Bengal, and it also flows through Bangladesh and enters Bay of Bengal finally. So this particular river, it drains an area of 12,540 square kilometer. In India, it flows through Darjeeling district and the cities of Rangpo, Jalpaiguri and Mekliganj. So Teesta river, it joins river Jammu at Fulchari in Bangladesh. Teesta river, it is said to be originated in Pahundri glacier, which is above 7,068 meters, and it flows southward through gorges and rapids in Sikkim, Himalaya. Which is the youngest river in India? So all the youngest rivers in India originate from Himalayas. So we know that the Himalayas are among the youngest mountain ranges on the planet, and major rivers originating from the Himalayas like river Ganga, Brahmaputra and river Indus, these are all Himalayan rivers, and all the Himalayan rivers are considered as the youngest rivers in India. So do you know why our motherland, India, is called as a land of rivers? So India is called the land of rivers because it has 7 major rivers like river Indus, Tapi, river Narmada, Brahmaputra, Krishna, Godavari and Mahanadi. Because of all the 7 major rivers of our country, India, our motherland has got the name called Land of Rivers. Which is the longest Himalayan river? River Indus is said to be the longest Himalayan river. So the Himalayas, they are drained by 19 major rivers, of which the Indus and Brahmaputra is said to be the largest one. So each of this river, it is having a catchment basins in the mountains of about 100,000 square miles. So which is about 2,60,000 square kilometer in extent. Which is the world's cleanest river? So river Thames, it is said to be the world's cleanest river. So this river Thames, it is one of the cleanest rivers in the world. In 1957, the Natural History Museum declared that the Thames biologically dead, meaning it contained water levels so low that it could not or it cannot support a life no longer. Which is the longest dam in India? Hirakud Dam. It is said to be the longest dam in India. So Hirakud Dam, it is built across Mahanadi river, which is about 15 kilometers, or we can say it as 9 miles. So it is about 15 kilometers from Sambalpur in state of Odisha in India. And behind the dam, a lake extends. So it is called as Hirakud Reservoir, which is about 55 kilometer. That is about 34 miles long. So we can say that Hirakud Dam is one of the first major multi-purpose river valley projects started after India's independence. Which is the cleanest river in India? Umangat River. So Umangat River at Dauki village, a village called Dauki of Meghalaya, is considered to be the India's cleanest river. The river Umangat in Jaintia Hills district is located 96 km from Shillong, and the annual boat race, it is a major attraction in this cleanest river. So what is the age of Ganga river? So it is said that the Ganga river, it was formed after the Himalayan mountains were created 50 million years ago when the Indian and Eurasian plate got collided. From then on, a formation of Himalayas took place and the formation of Himalayan rivers also originated. So, approximately we can say that the formation of Ganga river is about 50 million years back. So, this is few general knowledge questions that could be asked about the river system. And in the next coming session, let's study some more interesting topics like rivers, plains, plateaus, national parks, wildlife sanctuary, and so on. So see you all in the next session. Thank you.